Hello, how y'all doing?
Hi. Great.
Good.
Nick and Laura, we did a thing today, right?
Yeah. It's just a small thing.
Congratulations.
Thank
Thank you.
So talk to me about the experience. How did you all come to find out about our company, our real estate company?
We were referred by a good friend of ours who used you to sell her home. And she had wonderful things to say. And even then, we interviewed a few different realtors and just felt like our styles meshed, and you were the right guy for the job, and you delivered. And we also have a little thank you gift for you.
Excellent.
We know that you and Crystal and your sons love to cook, and we wanted to give you something so you'll think of us every time you cook.
Excellent.
So this is your personalized cutting board.
Thank you.
And we hope you enjoy chopping it like it's hot.
I love that phrase. How did you come up with the phrase? Was that one of the options?
It was one of the options. We're not that creative.
We wish we were.
But we are kids of the 90s. We are teenagers
Gotcha.
from the 90s, so
Yeah.
we love Snoop Dogg, and we love to drop it like it's hot. So
Excellent.
we thought you'd like that.
So talk to us about the experience. So we've been working for a little while together.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
When did we start?
So it was the winter of last year.
Fall, actually,
Was it fall?
November. It was November
So November,
2020.
yep, 2020, and right now we're almost at
July of
yes,
21.
It's almost August.
It's almost
Yeah.
August, yes.
Yeah.
So this is a long haul, right? This is a
Yeah. So we've been, appreciative from the beginning between you and Crystal and your patience and fielding our questions, fielding our concerns, really being there every step of the way for us. And I truly believe, all things happen for a reason. And I know that in the end, we're really happy with where we ended up. We never thought that day would come just because it just took so long. But I think we learned throughout this process that in order to get to that end state, you gotta ask a lot of questions, you gotta see a lot of properties.
Right.
You were there with us with all of those showings, and were there to answer our questions, and you had great recommendations and referrals to other folks that we could talk to. And we're just happy that you and Crystal were with us, the entire journey. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Now we did get to use the VA loan during a challenging market, right? So I'm glad that day came that we were able to use that product, because we did have almost like a backup plan in the event that we weren't able to use that. Since we were shopping for a house for almost 7 months now, or I guess a little bit, almost 8 months, right? Do you feel that we tried to pressure you at any time? Or, because you hear that sometimes from other people working with real estate professionals, that they either were pressured, they kept on trying to make them to make a decision. Did you ever feel like that during this experience?
No. And that's personally one of the things I loved about our professional relationship, was that you allowed us the freedom to take our time in a market where time was of the essence, and
Right.
you had to move on things quickly. But we never felt pressured to make a decision because, hey, we've been looking for 7 or 8 months, and
Right.
we need to wrap this up. That was
Yeah.
never.
No.
If anything, you were encouraging us to take our time, feel confident with the decision, and if it doesn't feel right, then it's not right, and that's okay.
Right.
And you'll still be there and support us. And I appreciated that, and I also appreciated that you were at every viewing with us.
Right.
That you never once said, you're probably not going to like it, so just go look at it on your own and don't waste
Right.
my time.
Yeah.
That you took the time to always be there. And Crystal always took the time to schedule things for us very quickly. You guys were very responsive, and we appreciate it. Like, you felt like true partners throughout this
Yeah,
process.
definitely.
Excellent. How do you feel about my babysitting skills? I feel like I'm gonna miss the kids
Yeah.
and our exploration
I
through the
know.
houses. So
They'll miss Mr. Abraham. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, you got a good amount of time with the kids.
Yeah.
Times we brought them, they were experiencing different life events between games,
Right.
school,
Yeah.
everything else in between. So, happy we were able to share our love and joy with you.
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the experience when we were reviewing the properties, right? Because I know sometimes when we're dealing with the clients or work with clients, sometimes the real estate agent is kind of removed from the showing process. So it's almost like they're just opening the door, letting the client in. Do you feel that I was able to either point some things out to you or kind of walk you through the property or just kind of bring some things to your attention that you may not have known?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. And I learned a lot. So that was one of the benefits of seeing a lot of properties and spending more time with you throughout, because there were a number of homes where you did point out a number of things that I know I personally would have never thought about. And I know the same probably goes for you too. But we knew the next time,
right?
Yeah, as the next property came up, we knew to ask some of those questions and to look for those things. And I know I oftentimes pulled you aside and asked you, about different things. And you definitely, you didn't push anything on us, but when you were asked and we wanted to get your insights, your thoughts on different things, you were definitely there to step in. So, yeah, much appreciated.
Excellent. Now let's talk about the strategy we used on. Now this is maybe the fourth property we placed the offer on.
Yes.
So this is the fourth property. We used a strategy where we use like a pre-home inspection, right? If you were talking to somebody else, like a consumer, about what that process is, what's the difference between a home inspection and a pre-home inspection? How would you describe that?
I would describe it as, well, first of all, a necessity in this market if
Right.
you can do it, if you're trying to waive the home inspection as part of your offer. But it was very helpful. So it's a major systems inspection and it's a walk and talk, so you don't leave with a written report, but you learn a lot about the property. Our experience with the inspectors that you recommended was wonderful, because I felt like they took a lot of time and explained a lot to us. And in one case, we changed our mind about a house as a result of the pre-inspection offer.
Actually,
twice.
I mean, it really boiled down to two, because there was Holly Tree Drive and then Forest Haven. I looked
Yeah,
at both
about
of
that.
those.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for those inspections,
Right.
we would have probably been,
In a different situation.
In a different situation, and
Yeah.
would have probably proceeded blindly and would have
Right.
just said, let's just go with it. And we made, in my opinion, I think you would agree, two smart moves into, number one, to not even put an offer down on the first place.
Right.
And then two, with Forest Haven, I mean, obviously that's a different
to change your
situation.
mind. And you were there for that, which we appreciated as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Stayed the whole time. Sometimes we're there when we couldn't be.
Right.
And that was very reassuring to have
Yeah.
another more experienced person there with their opinion.
Excellent. Now, we're a two-person team, so you may not have met Crystal, but you know she was working. How was that experience working with Crystal? Because she doesn't really get to do the interaction. She don't get the cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, she really does all the work.
She does.
Yeah.
She does. Let's be honest.
Yeah, she was fantastic. I mean, very responsive.
Yeah.
Answered every question, booked when we were interested in a property. It was as simple as sending you and her a text message, and within just a few minutes we got a response and usually a booking. So I just think the responsiveness and customer service and friendliness was much appreciated, because it can be a very stressful process.
Yes.
And it can be easy to get frustrated. And both of you reassured us that it was going to be okay, and just kept working on our behalf when we needed it.
Great compliment to how you work, and you guys have a great dynamic, of course.
Yeah.
And
we married up.
and I felt very much the same way. Like, she was along the journey with us as well, and was an indispensable part of the team. So thank you very much, Crystal, for that.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you, Crystal.
What could we do to improve our process, right? So we look at feedback as a necessity for making process improvements, even if it's little tweaks. Is there anything that you see that we could have done better on our end? And we don't view feedback as negative either. We just look at it as, okay, great, let's work on this for future clients.
The only thing that I could think of is, I know when we were going through the process of when we were focusing on that Mount Vernon area, and we were talking about the marketing campaign that you guys were doing. I remember you explained it, and we kind of went with it, and we were hearing things here and there, but like once that process went off, it felt like there wasn't, like we had a couple check-ins, or we had a check-in.
Right.
It would be nice. I mean, granted, our situation was a little different because it went on for a little while. Maybe like a little more of a check-in, like, this is what we're doing. I just want to check back with you.
Gotcha.
Haven't heard anything. Or we had a couple of those, we thought we had something there, and then it just kind of like evaporated.
Yes.
We hadn't heard anything more. Now we were distracted because we were looking at some other places, and we got centered in on a couple properties, and then it didn't matter.
Right.
I would have felt like I think it was just because we were focused on that area, and we kind of had some of that like emotional tie to that place.
Right.
I think I was a little bit more interested in hearing like, okay, is there something there? Is there not? Should we just say like, move on and think about other places? And I don't think it was anything that was bad that was done. It was just maybe having a little regular check-in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even remember how long that process really took. But aside from the initial, this is what we're gonna do, and that was kind of it. So that's all I can. What do you have? Anything in particular?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Think of anything.
Otherwise, no. I mean, I think that you guys were great.
Excellent.
Step of the way. So
I appreciate the feedback.
yeah.
Now, would you recommend our services to other people?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
I have.
You have, yes.
Yeah.
Successfully, apparently, right? So, well, at least I
Well, we're working with them.
we're working
It's not
still.
successful yet.
Yeah, okay. But you're working with them.
Yes. I think they're trying to beat your record. I'm just like,
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, and would continue to recommend you to anybody that we come in contact with. And happy to.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Likewise.